Two people walk into a clinic, same age, same weight, same BMI. One is heading toward a decade of independence, sharp thinking, and easy mornings. The other is quietly losing ground but neither of them knows it yet. The difference has nothing to do with the number on the scale. It has everything to do with what that number is hiding. For most of our lives, we were told that weight was the thing to watch. Keep the number down, the thinking went, and you keep trouble away. And for younger adults, that advice has some truth to it, but something shifts around 60. The rules change quietly, without announcement, and the old measuring stick starts telling the wrong story. Here is what the research is now saying clearly. After 60, it is not how much you weigh that best predicts your future health, your mobility, your ability to recover from illness, or even how long you are likely to live. It is how much functional muscle you are carrying, specifically whether you have enough and whether you are losing it faster than you should be. The process has a name most people have never heard: sarcopenia. It simply means the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that begins in our 30s and quietly accelerates after 60. By the time someone reaches 75, they may have lost 30 to 40% of the muscle they had at their peak. The scale often won't show it because fat quietly fills the space muscle left behind. That last part is the thing worth sitting with. You can lose 10 pounds of muscle over a decade and gain 10 pounds of fat, and your scale reads exactly the same. Your doctor glances at your weight, sees no change and moves on, but your body has made a trade it will struggle to recover from. Muscle for fat, strength for fragility, reserve for vulnerability. Why does muscle matter so much more as we age? Think of it as your body's emergency reserves. Muscle is metabolically active. It burns energy, regulates blood sugar, and supports the hormones that keep inflammation in check. When you are ill, injured, or recovering from surgery, your body draws on muscle protein to heal itself. The people who recover well from hospitalization at 70 are almost always the ones who walked in with more muscle to spend. There is also the fall question, which for many people in their 60s and 70s is the risk they fear most and think about least. Strong legs and a stable core do not just make climbing stairs easier. They give your body the reaction speed to catch itself when the ground is uneven, when a rug shifts, when a step is deeper than expected. Muscle is your first line of defense against the fall that changes everything. And then there is the cognitive connection, which surprised even the researchers who found it. Multiple large studies now show that people with greater muscle mass in later life tend to maintain sharper cognition as they age. The mechanism is still being studied, but one leading explanation is that muscle tissue releases compounds during contraction, called myokines, that appear to support brain health and may help protect against cognitive decline. So what does your doctor actually measure, and what might be missing? A standard clinic visit typically checks your weight, your BMI, maybe your waist circumference. These are not useless numbers, but none of them tells you what proportion of your body is muscle versus fat. For that, you need a body composition assessment, something like a DEXA scan or bioelectrical impedance, tools that are increasingly available but still not routine. It is worth asking about. The most encouraging part of all of this, and there genuinely is an encouraging part, is that muscle loss is not inevitable, and it is never too late to slow it down or begin to reverse it. Studies have shown meaningful gains in muscle mass and strength in adults well into their 80s who began resistance exercise. The body retains the ability to build muscle at every age. It simply requires a different kind of attention than it did at 40. The evidence points consistently toward two pillars. The first is resistance exercise, anything that asks your muscles to work against load. That does not mean a barbell. It can mean resistance bands, bodyweight movements, water exercise, or working with a physiotherapist. 2 sessions a week done consistently is where most of the research finds meaningful benefit. Not every day, not to exhaustion, just regular deliberate effort. The second pillar is protein, not supplements, not powders, just adequate protein distributed across your meals. Research suggests that older adults need more protein per pound of body weight than younger adults do. because aging muscle becomes less efficient at using what it receives. Most people over 60 are not getting enough without realizing it. A conversation with your doctor or a registered dietitian about your actual protein intake is one of the most practical things you can do this month. The number on your scale is not the enemy. It is just incomplete. After 60, the question worth asking is not simply how much do I weigh? It is what am I made of, and am I protecting what keeps me capable, independent and resilient? That shift in thinking, backed by a growing body of evidence, may be one of the most useful things your doctor has not yet found time to tell you. Now you know to ask.